today I will be telling y'all about a story time how I found out my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me with the girl with the same name as me. Now, this story time is crazy. You might want to grab you a bag of chips, some ice cream, some soda, get in the bed, get under the covers, get comfortable, because we will be here for a while. I'm so glad to see y'all back. Like, I'm so glad to be back. I missed y'all. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all be seeing more videos from me, more vlogs, you know. But let's go ahead and get right into the story time.
I know myself and I know what I want. October, baby, you know what I'm on. YSL, baby, I'm East Laurent. Whoa, Northside rider, DM slider, family and friends provider. Yes, I am that ass too slim. I need that shit a little wider. I'm with the O's and I'm with the crows and I'm with the real King Spider. Gang too riled up, I'm too fired up. She let me fucking delight.
And also, if y'all see this on my lip, don't mind. I'm big back. I tried to eat a brownie fresh out the microwave while it was hot, so I burnt my lip. So not too much.
Big back, big back, big back, big back.
Now, y'all, this happened a year ago, and a year ago I wanted to tell y'all this story time, but I felt like it was too soon for me. I felt like I was still deeply hurt by the situation. I just didn't want to come out publicly about it. I mean, like, if you close to me and you like my homegirl, maybe even my homeboy, like, you know about the situation. But like, YouTube wise, social media wise, no, y'all don't know the situation, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, to tell y'all the situation, to put y'all on a game, to give y'all the tea. So we're gonna give the dude name Blackie, because he always, and when I say always, I mean always, wore black. And the girl, obviously 2.0, because she can never be me, but she had the same name as me. People say we look alike. I mean, Blackie thought that we looked alike, and he thought that we had so much in common. So he went to go find another me. Now, we all know that's not possible. Like, I'm the OG. I'm the original. Can't be replaced. But about a year ago, I met this dude, and his name is Blackie. And me and him was going pretty strong for, I want to say, 9 months. It started off with, you know, him coming to my house and he'll bring me flowers, you know, typical lovey-dovey, ooh, I like you, like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life type ish, you know. So he met my mom, and if y'all know me, y'all know my parents, and if y'all know, like, my living situations that happens, like, y'all know that my mom in particular is not big on dating. She's not big on a lot of things. Let's just say that. She's not big on a lot of things. And one of the things that she was not big on at the time was me dating. So the first, I want to say 3 months of our relationship, we were just friends. Like, he would come to my house and my mom would see him outside, because my mama was not allowing nobody in the house unless it was my bestie, which y'all probably know, Lexi. But she was not letting anybody in the house other than her. So me and him would just chill outside. You know, it was summer, you know, it was hot, it was warm, it wasn't cold. I mean, sometimes it would be overly hot, but it wouldn't been like, ooh, I can't be out here hot. Like, it was hot enough. And we would chill outside. You know, he'll bring me flowers, and he'll bring me food, and he'll bring me chocolates, and, you know, all the stuff. And one day, he came over, and my mom, she was coming downstairs unexpectedly, by the way, and she was like, oh, so this your new boyfriend or whatever? And I just looked at her and I was like, maybe. And he met my mama questionnaire him like he was on some freaking show or something, some TV show or something.
Hey chat. Hey chat. Hey chat. Hey chat. Hey chat.
He passed the inspection test. The following months, me and him, we started to get into it a lot. You know, in the puppy dog stages, the, you know, ooh love stages, like, you don't really get into it with that significant other. You really don't get into it or argue. You really is just on page about everything. And that's where we were at the time. I want to say the first 5-6 months of us dating. It started off with us going on our first date, I want to say. My first date was at Urban Air. We went to Urban Air and we was having fun. It was me, him, my sister, and his homeboy. Ended up putting my sister and his homeboy together. So it was kind of like a double date type situation. But we kind of split ways after a while. And in the moments of us being split ways, he had a little kid come up to him, and I don't know what was said. I don't know what happened. All I know is turning around and him yelling at like I want to say 7-year-old, maybe 14-year-old. Mind you, he's 17. Keep that in mind. He's 17, yelling at a 7-year-old, 14-year-old, however old he was young. You should not be yelling at a kid, you know? And so like I turned to him and I'm like, why are you yelling at this kid? Like, you shouldn't be yelling at a kid, especially if it's not your kid, and especially if you don't know that kid, because you don't know what their parents are capable of. And you're just yelling at them. And he looks at me and he turns and he said,
I don't understand why you trying to tell me what I can and can't do. Like, you don't even understand what this kid just did to me. You don't understand what he just said to me. I'm
like, but he's a kid. Like, you really gonna let a kid hurt your feelings like that? Like, ain't you finna be grown? And that was one of his favorite things to say. Oh my gosh, I am a grown man. Like, I can do whatever I want. But then turn around and yell at a kid. That's not yours. Like, that don't make sense to me. So if y'all know me, I don't like being yelled at all. I immediately call attitude. Who are you talking to? Not me. I walked away. He's following after me.
I'm sorry, this, that, and the third. Like, I didn't mean to. I was just mad.
I'm like, but you still yelled at me for no reason. I'm just trying to check the situation so we don't get kicked out. Because if you leave, they're going to try to make me leave. And one thing about it, I paid my money to be here. I'm not leaving with you. Push come and shove, I don't even know you. And I'm going to keep it real.
Huh? I'm about to.
What?
I'm about to tell you.
Stop sign.
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign, man?
I said I'm a.
April something. He went to this school that was like a juvenile school. I should have probably added that too. But he went to a school that was a juvenile school. And if you don't know what a juvenile school is, it's basically not like a jail, but like a jail for kids that they can still learn, or kids that are under the age of 17 or under the age of 17. Because I don't know if y'all know, but when you turn 18, like, it's the real deal. Like, there's no juvenile, there's no detention centers. You're going straight to jail, right? Okay, so he went to a juvenile school, and you know, he was a good kid, and he was working on getting out, and I can't admit, he did get out. He was good, on good watch. He got out, boom, he went to a new school. Mind y'all, April. It's April now. I'm sitting in class, right? I'm sitting in Spanish class at that. Like, I'm up in here learning a whole different language on y'all, and you over here doing all of that.
Buenas noches.
Buenos nachos.
Buenas tardes.
Buenos tardes.
Hola.
Hola.
I'm in Spanish class, and I get a text from my cousin, right? I'm like, okay, I didn't respond the first time because, mind y'all, I'm in class. I get another text for him. Okay, that's a little off, because one thing about my cousin is he never texted me twice, especially when I'm at school, because he know, like, I'm locked in, like, you know. So he texted me twice. The second message I responded to, I look at the message, it said, hey, do you know that Blackie took your highlight down? One thing about Blackie is he didn't play when it comes to my highlights. Like, he was always posting me, he was always making edits of me, like tagging me and stuff, reposting stuff about me. It was like everything. So in my head, I'm like, no, like, you tripping. Like, you probably just want to like refresh your Instagram, or you probably just want to like turn off your phone and turn it back on. And he's like, well, no, I'm not tripping. Like, go look at it for yourself. Okay, boom. I go look at it. Why he took my highlight down? Why did he take my highlight down? Mind y'all, he just got out the JJAEP school. He was finally going to a regular high school. And, you know, he was only there for, I want to say, a week.
Went to Africa a week ago. Week ago. Kill that lion, then I kill a goat. Kill a goat.
A week. He was only there for a week. And I was like, okay, like maybe I'm tripping. Like maybe my phone tripping. Like, I know he did not take my highlight down. And so, you know, I text him. I'm like, hey, like, you know, you took my highlight down. And he's like, well, yeah, it kind of been down. I was like, been down? Like, what do you mean been down? It ain't been down. Like, I literally just showed my friend my highlight that you posted yesterday of me. Like, what do you mean it been down? And he's like, well, I took it down like a few months ago. That's what he said. He said, I took it down a few months ago.
Really?
So now you lying to my face. So now you need that. Because you did not take that down a few months ago. And then he had the audacity to say, oh, well, I didn't fully take it down. I just put it in my archived. Or my archived. He was like, I didn't fully take it down. I just put it in my archive. So now you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool. Now you think that I'm dumb. Like, no, you just took it down. For what?
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
Okay, cool. So then me and him started bickering a little bit. We going back and forth because I'm confused on why you taking my highlight down. And he said something along the lines within that argument. Mind y'all, April. We're in April now. So he said something around the lines of, if you don't want to, I don't want to be together anymore, or he said something around those lines, basically breaking up with me. And I was like, what do you mean? Then he had the audacity, like literally 5 minutes later, mind y'all, he only been to the school for a freaking week. 5 minutes later, after breaking up with me, he posted on his story a picture of him and another girl in the bathroom. Mind y'all, he's supposed to be at school. The girl, the 2.0, lived across the street from the school that he was currently going to at the time. So you mean to tell me you left school, went across the street to 2.0 house, and took a picture with her in the bathroom? Mind y'all, the picture, I can't show y'all the picture, but the picture was basically like the girl was sitting on top of the counter. He was in between her legs, like her back was facing towards the mirror. He's in between her legs, taking a picture like this. Like, is you really about that right now? Like, you really about that? Like, you really about that? Okay. Mind y'all, I'm young, I'm emotional. All I could do was cry because I was so angry, I was so upset, I was so hurt. I had emotions running through my system. Like, I was ready to put BTA. And so I texted him and I'm like, oh, so like that's what we doing now? Like, you know, like you ain't even gotta do all that. You just broke up with me. You mean to tell me you found another girl already? Like, how long has it been? And, you know, how long have you been talking to her? And completely ignored that whole entire thing. He like ignored my whole entire message, my whole little rant. That made me mad even more because one thing about me is I hate being ignored. Do not ignore me. I don't care if it's through messages. Do not ignore me. Boom, another 15 minutes go by. We about to go to 7th period. And something told me to like look at his account again. I look at his account. This dumb nut gonna have the audacity to put on his account, on his story, if Anaya couldn't do it if what he said, if Anaya couldn't do it, then I'm gonna find me another Anaya. Then, mind y'all, her name has an H at the end. If y'all didn't know, my name does not have an H at the end. So that's how I know that he was talking about another Anaya. I'm like, oh, so that's what her name is? You was too good of yourself. You thought I wasn't enough, so you had to go find another me? Like, you too full of yourself, you had to go find another me? Like, that's how you feel? Boom. Okay. Screenshotted everything. Went home, boohoo crying. Mind y'all, this is the first time I ever cried inside my mama's arms. I never really cried inside my mama's arms. I never really cried in front of my mama, especially not over the boy. So I went home boohoo crying, and his mom, or my mom, ended up calling his mom to tell his mom that basically he just cheated on me and he broke up with me and he's at another girl's house. Mind y'all, his mama liked me, his auntie liked me, his sister and brother liked me, both of his sisters and brother liked me. I was pretty known in his family. Let's just put it like that. I was pretty known in his family, and almost everybody in his family, you know, liked me. They didn't want me to go. They, when they found out about the situation, they like flew to his location immediately. Like, immediately.
I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll still live.
Coming to find out, not only he left school, but he just like never went back. End up doing the do with the girl and going to the pool with the girl, because the apartments that she lived in that was across the street from the school had a pool in it. So, you know, he was at the pool and his mama pulled up and he got into a lot of trouble. The next day, the girl like calls me. Mind you, I'm in like third period. She calls me off of his number like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, okay, it's him. I see it's him. I put my phone on D&D. She calls back like, I want to say another 4 times. I want to say the 4th time that she called, I picked up. She's like, I guess she didn't know that the situation that me and him had, like the relationship, just never mentioned to her, ever. She calls me,
oh, you big nasty. Like, you a big. I don't understand why you're being texting my man.
and I'm just like, girl, you're a man. Like, you sure that's your man? Like, we talking about the same person? Because last time I checked, I was single. I mean, unless you talking about the man that I supposedly had yesterday. And she just still going off on me.
Oh, you just nasty, and you such a bee, and I don't want to catch you texting my man again. And
Okay. Hung up. Blows my phone up. I didn't take no screenshots of those, but she blows my phone up with messages. She, you know, basically like testing my waters. I'm like, oh, okay. So y'all want this anger to come out of me. Y'all want me to be crazy. It got to the point of her, it took a whole day for me to actually crash out, y'all. She was blowing my phone up that whole entire day. He was texting me, don't worry about her, like, I don't got time for it. And he was texting the other girl, the 2.0, don't worry about her, I don't got the time for it. Mind you, I'm not saying nothing. Don't worry about her, I don't got the time for it, like she's in the past, and you're better. And I'm just like, oh, okay. The next day, I finally had enough. She done blew my phone up. He done blew my phone up the whole night. His people blowing up my phone. And I'm just like I'm just a girl. Like, leave me alone. I did my crying. I didn't had anger already built up. I text her and I was like, you're weird. You can't get your own man, so you gotta get somebody else's. Ooh, you a bop. When you gonna get your own? Because the one that you got is most certainly ain't yours. At this point, it's just rage bait. You don't even got the ring, because I don't know if y'all know, he like got me a ring. I don't know why I still have it, but I'm a ring girly. I don't wear it, but it's a pretty ring, so I'm gonna keep it. But he got me a ring. I was like, oh, do you remember, I do remember that you like to block people, because what she would do is she'll blow my phone up, block me, unblock me, just to blow my phone up again. I wasn't getting, you know, the concept. And so then she's like, who is this? And by the way, I ain't got nobody else, nig, that's mine. I'm like, oh, okay. I put the dead face emoji. I said, who told you that? She was like, I got the nig location. I got his phone, like his phone password. She said, get the F on. I was like, I do too, Miss Ma'am. Like, don't forget who came first. Don't forget the OG. I had his location way longer than yours. I had his phone. Matter of fact, you had his phone password, but what you didn't know was his phone password was my birthday. So if anybody had that phone password, it was me. She thought I was done. She blocked me. I texted her on IG and I was like, you still a H, you think I was done, oh yeah, you a clown, B, I'm on your A, like how you in 11th grade, because at the time I was in 10th grade, so how you in 11th grade and you still ugly, like, and you still ugly, like you think he wants you for real, I'm talking about dead, like dead ASF, do you know he coming home, right? You only had a taste and I didn't have the whole thing, like dummy, like you need help. Mind y'all, she was not responding, so at this point I'm just blowing her phone up just to make her mad, just to make her as equally mad as I was. I'm a petty girl, I can admit that. When times get rough like this, when I'm actually hurting, I get petty. You want to be petty? Well, I can be pettier. She left me on red, and then, like, I want to say a day later, she texted me back on a different number on iMessages and was like, and this is girl texting now. He said he done for real. And by the way, she texted me asking me to call her baby. I was being mature and was not trying to argue about something I found out after we started doing it. Because I guess he told her that, like, I was there first and that he did cheat on me with her. Mind y'all, when we were together, like I said, he was only there for a week. Like, how are you finding somebody that you just went to, like, you just went to this school and you already found somebody? You chose a girl that you didn't even know for a week, because the same day that he met her, the same day he started talking to her, the same day he started fucking on her. Like, you choosing a girl that you barely know since a week, or barely known for a week, over a girl you known for almost a year? That's crazy to me. I said, excuse me. Boom. She finally put it in her head that I was the original, and that at the time he was like I don't know, like he was in between me and her. Like, at this point, I want to say it's like a week or two of me still dealing with this. Mind y'all, I blocked almost every number that came my way. They were still making other accounts, other like text nows and talk tones and all of these freaking numbers texting me. He decided that he wanted both of us and he tried to play both of us. He told her that he was done with her and that he didn't want her anymore, that he wanted me back. Then came back to me, and like, as stupid and dumb as I was, I fell for the bait. came back to me. I mean, we wasn't together, but we were talking at the time. He came back to me. He was like,
oh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I should have never done that to you. Like, it was stupid. You was the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't understand how I can mess something up like that.
and I'm just like, if you love me, you would have never did it in the first place. But because I'm big about giving second chances, like, I believe everybody deserves a second chance, I gave him a second chance. And it wasn't like a full chance. Like, we weren't immediately like back together, but we were talking. And just come to find out that he's still talking to her. Okay, boom. I had end up getting his Instagram and posting myself on his Instagram, and I was like, you know who's back. And they still followed each other, and I didn't know that. She posted on her notes, I want to say like an hour later after me posting that, and was like, she's single AF and she don't deal with bops. And I'm just like girl, who asks? Who cares? So we had like a month left in school. He stopped talking to me. I stopped talking to him. And he started hanging out with her more. He started going to her house after school. Like, even with us still talking, I still had his location. I had his location on two things. I had his location on Find My, and I had his location on Life 360. And if y'all know anything about Life 360, it's gonna snitch on you, it's gonna rat on you, even when your phone dead or supposed to be dead. He would like power off his phone. And I made it very clear to him when we was talking again that I did not want him anywhere around that girl. Like, I didn't even want him in the same class with him, but with her. But because that they was in the middle of the school year and I knew that they could not change his schedule, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put a little faith in him. I'm just gonna put a little trust that he's not gonna talk to the girl no more. Sounds dumb. It sounds stupid, right? Okay, boom. After school, ever since then, after school, it just seemed like his phone was always dead. He never brought his charger to school. And, you know, at the time, I wasn't really thinking about like, ooh, like check his Life 360. It was always iMessages, because iMessages are accurate. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check his location, and his location always said that he was after school. Until one day I check his location and he's at some apartments across the street from the school. Mind y'all, when they first met and he went to the pool with her, he was at her house doing the do, I did not have his location at all. Like, we had broke up to the point where I stopped sharing my location with him. I took him out of my close friends. I took him out of my highlights. I blocked him on messages. I blocked him on TikTok. Like, I blocked him on everything. I socially, emotionally, and physically moved myself away from the situation. Boom. Finally got his location back. Finally look at his location on you know, Life 360. This dude is across the street in the middle of the apartments. I'm blowing his phone up. Bling, 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 ding, 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 bling, 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 ding, 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 ding. No response. I didn't get a response to him. Mind you, he got out of school like, I want to say like 2:45, maybe 3 o'clock at the most. And so I didn't get a response from him to, guess what time? Guess what time? 9 o'clock p.m. So it's like, where have you been? Where have you been? Because like, he wasn't the type of person to like just not respond back. Like, even if he didn't have a way to respond, like if his phone was actually dead, he would have a way to text me. Like, no matter if it was off his friend's phone, no matter if it was off of his people's phone, no matter if it was off of, I don't know, because he knew my number by heart. So, you know, it was like, how could you, if your phone was dead, why didn't you call me off another number like you always do? Or like, why didn't you text me off another number like you always do? No response. So boom, fast forward to the summer. It's like midsummer, he ended up getting summer school, and the girl did too. 2.0. She ended up getting summer school too. And so then he texted me and he was like low-key, I don't want her no more. Like, I really do miss you, and like I don't want to, you know, lose you. Basically the same stuff. And so then he was like going on, and he was like, oh, but like as the days going on and we're not together, and I've been trying with her, like she's become abusive. Like she was freaking like stabbing him with pencils, and she was doing all kind of stuff to him, like hitting him, beating him. And I was just like, well, first of all, that's karma, and second of all, if it's that bad, go to the police, go to the school, go to somewhere. Like, me personally, I'm not finna let no female put their hands on me and expect, you know, not to get hit back. Because one thing about me is I'm not afraid to fight no nig, and I'm cool with that. Him on the other hand, if he was to put his hands on her, he would have went to jail. So the best thing that I could tell him was go to the police, go to the school. And he's like, oh well, I can't, like. And then he was like, I was like, no, that's abuse, like, and as a man, you shouldn't be letting that happen, especially since you can't put your hands back on her. And he was like, well, now she's no more. And I was like, what? And he was like, I just told her that I choose you. She gave me an ultimatum and I choose you. And I was like, okay. Then he finally like cut her off for the moment. He cut her off for the moment. Me being petty, you know, remember the message that she sent me like earlier in the video where she was like, hey boo, like this his girl texting you, and I just wanted to let you know that like that he don't want you no more. Yeah, okay, revenge. I texted her off a text now number, and I was like, hey boo, just wanted to let you know that like you should probably let him go now. Remember when you told me that? But no, on a serious note, you should let him go. He don't want you. Crazy thing is, I told you that and you didn't listen to me. But hey, on the bright side, but oh wait, there ain't no bright side for you. She was like, girl, I don't want that nig no more, like dead. Lost feelings, seems like you need help. We all know I need a little help. So I was like, maybe just a little bit. You know, I'm a little crazy up there. But it sucks for you. Have a nice one. Last message towards her for like an hour or two. She texted back and was like, that you're stalking him, like you have his iCloud, and that I'm insecure. And she was like, well, bye. And I was like, I don't need to do that. Like, I don't need his iCloud. I don't care for his iCloud. I'm stalker. Stalker. If anybody's a stalker, you are. Like, this girl was down bad to find my location so she can beat me, but that's okay because I was down bad to find hers too. But at the same time, it wasn't as bad as she wanted mine, you know? And so then she was like, see, unlike you, I don't cry about Petey Weedy, you know, I just move on with life. Now, like I said, bye, obsessed, and you look like a fan by the way you texted me. And I was like, fan of who? Because last time I checked, you was the 2.0. Like, last time I checked, you was the 2.0, not me. Boom. Last message to her, if I want to say a month, maybe 2. No, it was like a month because, you know, summer school is like a month, 2 months. So that was like right in the beginning of summer. Mind y'all, I said they had summer school together. Boom. Me and him still talking. We were getting better. We had made like agreements that like, if there was something wrong in a relationship, if it was something wrong that I was saying, if it was something wrong that he was saying, like, then we should speak on it and not just, you know, hold our tongue and bite our tongue. Like, no, we should speak on that. We should tell each other about that so we can move forward, so we won't have to deal with this again. She texts me approximately a month later. Hey, you and Blackie still together? I said, who is this? She said, answer the questions and I'll tell you, and I'm gonna tell you. I was like, not at the moment. Why, what's up? She was like, oh, because I feel like I had to tell you, because I feel like I had to tell you that I ran into him at summer school and he got back with me. I ain't running nothing against you. I ain't got nothing against you, but honestly, I just don't want him to try to come to you and lie to you. And I was like, so this is the 2.0. This is the 2.0. She's like, yup, tired of texting you regularly. Mind y'all, she didn't know that she was blocked. So what do you mean tired of texting you regularly? Honey, you couldn't text me, you were blocked. I said, well, have fun, Bookies. Thank you for letting me know. And she was like, well, yeah, but something happened because he kind of went missing. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great for him. Like, you know, and because again, delusional, crazy, and a bunch of other stuff. I told her, like, me and his auntie were close. Me and his mom were close. Specifically, me and his auntie. I texted his auntie out of concern. I'm like, hey, like, have you seen Blackie? Like, I'm hearing that he's missing. And she's like, oh, where did you hear that from? I'm like, well, you didn't hear? Like, he's back with 2.0. And she was like, oh, F no. Oh, F no. She said, are you effing kidding me? And I quote, she said, are you effing kidding me? And all I could say was, yeah. Then me and him, like, it got to the point where I was tired of arguing with the girl with 2.0. I was tired of arguing with Blackie. So, you know, I called 2.0. I called Blackie up. Blackie had ended up going to jail for something very stupid. And when he got in jail, like I said, he knew my number by heart. So who do y'all think he was the first person he was calling? Because it most certainly wasn't his mama. It most certainly wasn't his auntie. Yeah, it was very much me. He called me first. And when I say he called my phone, I want to say a good 5 times that day. Like, he left school early, went to jail, and blew up my phone from the moment I was at school, or the moment that I got out of school, to about like 9 o'clock that night. Blew up my phone. And I ain't never got no call from no jail, so I didn't know it was a call from a jail. It wasn't saying, you know, the jail center or the prison. It wasn't saying none of that. I was just saying my location, not my location, but like my state and my city. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously this is somebody I got to know. I finally answered one, and he's like,
you know, like, I'm in jail.
I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it? Like, have you called your people? And he's like,
well, no, I only got your number, and, you know, in my head. I'm
like, how you have my number in your head, but you don't got your mama's number in your head? Like, your mama, you know your mama your whole entire life. How do you not got your mama number in your head? Like, I know my mama number by heart. Like, what's actually going on? Like, now I'm starting to see your morals, and I'm starting to see how you see life, because clearly we was not seeing eye to eye. If you can't even remember your own mama number, but you can remember my number, like, you know. And at the time I can say like, oh, like, he really down bad for me, like, he know my number by heart, like, oh. Kill it. Didn't go back though. He finally got out around, like, I want to say 10 the next day, 11, and I ended up calling him, or he ended up calling me, and he's like boo-hoo crying on the phone. I'm like, well, why are you crying? Like, shouldn't I be the one crying? Like, you hurt me. Why why are you crying? Why are you playing victim? And he's like,
well, I just messed up so bad and like I just lost the best thing in my life.
Again, repeating himself over and over and over and over and over again. Now, I'm going to add this. The whole time that he was on the phone with me, boo crying about how he missed me and how he messed up and how he should have never went with her with 2.0 and you know how he should have never did the dude with 2.0. And I'm just like, well, okay. The whole time 2.0 is like blowing his phone up, because at this point her messages are starting to deliver. And you know, like when somebody's phone's off, or you know when somebody's phone's dead, your messages don't deliver. So she just blowing his phone up every 2 seconds. Bring, 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 ding, 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 back and forth. I'm like, well, who's calling your phone? Because it seemed like they gotta be they more important than me. Like, who calling your phone? And he's like,
man, it's 2.0.
I'm like, oh, it's 2.0. I thought you blocked 2.0. Like, what's going on? Like, why is 2.0 still calling your phone? He's like,
oh, well, me and her were together like last week.
Last week? What do you mean last week? Wasn't me and you just talking like last week? Like, what's going on? Like, we were talking, but we weren't like talking. But it's like, at the same time, I thought we had made a mutual agreement that we were not talking to 2.0 anymore. I thought that we was making a mutual agreement that if we had something to say, if, you know, if it was something going on that we felt like we should know, like that you should tell me, then you should tell me. And you didn't tell me that you were still talking to 2.0. So like, at this point, I'm going in on him. I'm like, oh, well, since you wanna still talk to 2.0, like you can call her, and while you was in jail, you could have been calling 2.0 instead of me. Like, I can't help you in this situation. I'm like, well, you might as well go ahead and answer for her. He answered for her, and she's sitting on the phone, boohoo crying, how she missed him and how she still wanted to be with him. And in my head, I'm just like, well, you just call me delusional. You just call me crazy. You just call me obsessed. You just called me all of these things and told me that you didn't want him anymore, just to turn around and still want him. Like, what's going on, honey? Like, are you good? Like, you straight, honey? Like, what's tea for real? And so then, mind you, I had her blocked on her original number, but on her iCloud, I had her blocked. It got to the point where I was just like, well, I ain't finna argue with you. I was like, okay, Blackie's calling back, and I'm just like, well, I'm over this situation. Add 2.0 to the call. Mind y'all, I had 2.0 blocked. I did not know that if you had somebody blocked on messages, you cannot add them to a call. So he's like, oh, well, it's not working. She's not answering. I said, oh, wait, hold on. Let me unblock her. Unblocked her. Called her a good 5 times, like ringing her phone like 5 times. No answer. He's like, oh, well, I'm gonna call you back. Like, I'm gonna call her and like tell her to just join. And so then he called back. She didn't answer. Like, she answered him, but when he called her, he told me that she told him that she did not want to talk to me, and that she felt like it was unfair that he was putting her in a predicament where she had to be, you know, like chosen between another woman and her. And I was like, well, how do you think that I feel, especially when I was here first, you know? And so then I took it upon myself to text her, and I was like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, I feel like something's off with this whole situation. Like, tell me what's going on. She's like, well, at first she kind of came off rude, but then I kind of like clocked her tea real quick. I was like, I'm not here for that. I don't care about you. I don't care about your personal needs. I don't care about how bad you want him. I'm here to get down to the bottom of this. I'm here to figure out the missing piece that he's not telling me. I was like, for starters, I just want you to know that me and him have been together for almost a year, and we never really had problems until now. And she's like, I'm like, well, how long have you known him? And she's like,
Oh, well, he just moved to my school. He's in my class.
and I was like, okay, so how did the whole dating situation go? Like, how did you just now meeting him to you invited him to your house to do the do and to meet your family and to go swimming with your sister and you and to do all these extracurricular things that I didn't know that was going on? Like, how did that happen? And she's like,
Oh, well, the first day that he came to school, you know, he was staring at me, and I was staring at him, but, you know, I kind of seen that he was staring at me.
like, the first day he went to school, the first day he went to, like, the first day he went to school. And she's like,
Yeah, the first day she went to school. The second day, he came to sit by me, and he started to, like, what's your name, and, you know, the flirting, and I'm
like, oh, okay, because I'm like, you told me, I'm like, Blackie told me that you came up to him asking for your number, or you came up to him asking for his number. So like, what's really going on here? Like, y'all got me confuzzled. Like, I'm just so confused. Who came up to who? She called one of her homegirls, put me in a group chat with her, had her homegirl confirm that he came up to her. They started walking in the hallway together, you know, they started kissing in the hallway, doing all the extra stuff. I'm like, oh. She was like,
when he came up to me, I asked him if he had a girlfriend. You know, I'm thinking, like, he coming over on some cool stuff, like, just trying to be my friend, and it was a whole different situation. And when I actually did look at him, I was like, okay, well, you know, he's cute or whatever. I'm gonna be with him. He said he's not in a relationship.
I said, oh, he said he's not in a relationship? He said he wasn't in a relationship? Mind y'all, she had his account, his Instagram account. So I told her, I said, I want you to go in his archives, and I want you to scroll all the way up, and I want you to see all of the pictures that we taken, all the pictures that we posted, all the little TikToks that we did, the little dates that we had, the times that he was at my house, the times that I was at his house. Like, I want you to see it all. Like, we had Thanksgiving dinners together at my grandma's house. Like, he came over for Christmas, and I bought him. Like, it was so much that we had did and we had posted, and I'm just like, you didn't see none of this? And she was like, well, no, because when he gave me his Instagram, none of this stuff was up. I'm like, oh, so you being sneaky. Okay, boom. I'm telling her, like, I honestly don't want to be in a relationship with him no more, and I don't got time for the BS. I don't got time to be put in a position where I am challenged by another woman. I had so much stuff going on, especially volleyball wise, and family wise. I just didn't have the energy to put up with any of their BS. So I told her, like, if you want them, you can keep them. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I hope you have a good life, you know, because she did tell me a little inside of her, like, her living situation, her life. And, you know, I almost feel bad for her. Almost. I did feel bad for her at the time until, you know, but I almost feel bad for her. And so then we call back and we add Blackie to the call. And he was not expecting both of us to be on the phone. So she's like,
so you want to tell her what you told me, or do I need to tell her what you told me? Like, yesterday.
And I was like, yesterday? Like, yesterday? Like, yesterday? And she's like, yeah, yesterday. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you gotta say? Like, what did you tell her yesterday? He's like,
oh, well, like, I don't remember what I said.
She's like,
Oh, okay. It's okay. I'm gonna tell her.
I'm like, okay. She's like, well,
basically, he told me that yesterday he still wanted to me and that he wanted to build a family with me. And I'm like,
stopped here. Beep. Hung up. Ding, 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 ding. Blah, 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 blah. Calling back. Okay. What's up? What do you need? What do you want from me?
I just told her that just so she can leave me alone, and I didn't really mean it. Like, I already told you that I wanted you.
If you told me that you wanted me, then why are you telling her that you want her? You trying to play both of us. And that's not what's going to happen. You can't outplay the system when the system's already played. We both know what's going on here at this point. At this point, we not even beefing. At this point, we finna gang up on you and beat the fuck out of you. Like, what you got going on, you know? And he just started crying, and he's like,
well, you know, like, y'all just so resembling, and y'all both got the same name.
And y'all, I'm like, same name, honey. My name does not have an H on it. Do not compare me to that. Mind y'all, I am darker than her. She's lighter than me. I have more weight than her. She's skinnier than me. I have dreads. She does not. Or I have locks. She does not. My nose is bigger than hers. Like, my eyes are smaller than hers. My lips are bigger than hers. Like, come on now. What do you mean we look alike? What do you mean we act alike? Like, the way that she acted does not... I do not act like that. I would never act like that. And I'm not saying that she acted bad, but just because of the way she was raised, you know, everybody's a little different, and that's understandable. But the way she acted does not, you know, does not resemble me. So I'm just like, what do you mean? Like, we act alike, we looked alike. Like, you cool? Like, are you cool? And he was just like, well, at the end of the night, let's just put it like that. At the end of the night, we all still on the phone, and he's like, well, you know, I still choose Anaya. Basically speaking to me, he was like, well, I still choose you, and I'm cool with being cool with you if you cool with being cool with me, to the 2.0. And I'm just like, well, I really don't want you talking to her, but, you know, if you're gonna be cool with her, like, at least put boundaries down. Like, at least put, you know, something down. And that's what my downfall was, is I let him be still cool with her. Because sure enough, 2 months later, we're on the phone, and he's like, well, oh no, we're on the phone, and the other 2.0, the 2.0 texts me, you know, have you heard from Blackie? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean have I heard from Blackie? And she's like, well, that's my man now. So, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, if he's still talking to you or not. That's your man now. Okay. Left him high and dry. Did not text him back. Did not respond to him back. It got so bad that he called me off his auntie phone, and he sat there and he explained himself, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, like, great, wonderful, congratulations. And he tried to pull me like I was Boo the Fool once again. He was like,
oh, well, when all of that happened, like, she's crazy. When all of that happened, like, she kidnapped me. My mom, like she put me outside the house for like a few hours, and it was late, and I didn't have nowhere to go, and she came to my house and she kidnapped me.
I'm like, she kidnapped you? Like, how she kidnapped you? Mind y'all, from where he lived to the school that he was going to was like an hour away to walk. And so I'm like, well, how did she kidnap you? Because she didn't have a car. He didn't have a car. She's like,
well, she walked to my house, and I met her halfway, and she kidnapped me. I'm like,
you walked to her, met her halfway, and she kidnapped you? I don't think that's how that works. I said, Nig, you didn't get kidnapped. You willingly went to her house. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you got kidnapped? You willingly walked to her house. And he tried to rage bait me and tell me, like, no,
like, I got kidnapped. I'm
like, what did she put a bag on your head? Did she have a gun pointed to your head? He's like,
well, no.
Like, well, you didn't get kidnapped. like, you know. But y'all, that is the end of the story time. That is all the information that I can tell y'all. I know I skipped over like a lot of parts, but that's because a lot of parts I can't say on YouTube. So like, just know that the situation's over and that I'm glad that it's over. Me and Blackie do not talk at all now. Like, he's like permanently blocked. Me and 2.0, I haven't heard from her since. And so, you know, but thank you guys for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notification bell on so you can get notified every time that I post. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I love you guys. Bye.